Hey, hey, hey! How's everyone doing? Hello, Neo Shuvi, the Bay Harbor Murderer, Apu, and Craggle. How's everyone doing today? I'm still pouring my coffee, give me a moment. Oh no! It is the hug attack from my chat! How dare you? How's the music, guys? I adjusted the gain, so can you still hear me? There we go. I'm double checking, triple checking everything. The music is pretty loud on my end. How is it on you guys' end? We are gonna give you H.A.R.M. hugs at a random moment. I like that. That is a peak shortening there. You can do all the harm you want to me. Hope you guys' day was fine. My day was a bit exhausting. I tried to reason with someone that didn't necessarily wanted to see reason. And I think we all sometimes do fall into this trap of trying to help someone that maybe doesn't want to help themselves. I just want to help, you know. It's rough. Yeah. But you can't help everyone, I guess, hey? Yeah. I wrote an exam today and I had to search up tortoise weight and speed. Oh, was that because I asked you how heavy they can get? Some people just don't want to be helped. Yeah, sadly. But I don't like seeing people that do harm onto themselves. And not the hugs at random moments. But that do, I don't know, that limit their life in some way. Right? I think if we care for if we care for one another, you never want other people to truly hurt themselves by their own behavior. And I know it's a kind of stupid thing to say where, oh yeah, I'm older, I have more experience and whatever, so I just want to like prevent you from making the mistakes I did in life. If in the least I can do that, then I hope you at least turn out better than I did, right? Maybe it comes a bit from that part. Yeah. Because I know I had a rough time in life due to the adversities that I had, or like the way how I was autistic, right? And I don't want other people to have that same hardship. Yeah, that's the right way to say it. Yeah, not have that same hardship. The only thing you can do is give them advice. Yeah, I tried. It's their choice whether to follow that advice, but then again, I'm not a therapist. Yeah, true. Yeah. I'm definitely not a therapist either. And I don't claim to be a therapist, and I also don't want to be a therapist. But at least I can try to be your friend and listen, right? I feel like that's the least I can do. But it's hard when you give advice and the person dismisses it, or they don't really see anything wrong with their behavior because they've secluded themselves so far in life that they think they can fill that void with unhealthy activity or substitutes instead of generally talking to other people or getting actual experiences in life. And I'm not like bashing people that are very individualistic, there we go, and on their own, because I'm one of those as well. I'm an absolute hermit. If I don't need to go outside, I will not go outside. I like being inside. I'm an absolute homebody. But I do hang out with friends on VC and such. I try to at least get a tiny bit of social interaction here and there. And of course I have days as well where I totally don't want interaction, or maybe even a week or something, and then I just hide myself in a book. In a book, or in my hobbies, or in a game. But it shouldn't be like the whole year, right? It's hard to find a balance in those things, I feel. Call me a tortoise because I'm always in my shell. Aww, is that why you have two of them? You resonate with them. That means that you're also really, really safe, because the shell is like super, super strong, right? I saw a picture of a dog sitting on a tortoise while the tortoise was crawling when I was searching for a gift to post in the Discord. And I was like, wait, how strong is that shell actually? No, they're just cute? I still think you resonate with them. Even if they are cute, that means you're cute as well. Yeah. It's made out of the same stuff as our hair and nails. Oh, damn. I did not know that. And that's really, really strong, yeah. Although I have nails that are very bendy and it's hecka annoying and it hurts as a when I bump into something. But the hair can be pretty strong. I didn't know it was made out of that. Wait, are they like stuck to their shell from one part where it grows from, like a toenail then? Oh my god, I have so much questions all of a sudden. Keratin. Oh yeah. Wait, is keratin also the thing that gives you hair color? Because if it then is devoid of keratin, then it becomes gray, right? Or how? Or was that a different thing? Oh no, that's melanin. Okay, melanin. That's also in our skin tone, right? Yeah. They are permanently affixed to their shell. It's fused to their spine. It's like their ribcage. What? Okay. Damn. Wait, so it's attached on the top then? Or just like all around? Like you don't see a tortoise without their shell, right? Or like you can't see inside their shell either because it's always so snug. I guess it makes sense that it is snug if it's like part of them themselves. All around? Wow. So it's like their super armor sweater. Man, nature is amazing. I think we have like so many different fascinating types of animals. I mean, humans in general also don't really make sense, to be honest. From like a engineering perspective. Most of nature is amazing. Yeah. True. I mean, even the terrifying things are amazing, right? Also, dolphins are damn psychopaths. Yeah, I read some crazy stuff about those little jumpy ocean swimmers. I really love killer whales. If I would think about anything in the ocean that I really find interesting, it is, well, whales in general. Whales in general are really cool. But orcas or killer whales, they're really nice. They swim so far. Belugas are what people think dolphins are? No. No, people know the difference between a beluga and like a dolphin, right? No, you can't tell me that. One is like a chubby with a big forehead and white and really adorable, and the other is like the one that is really swift and quick and jumpy and has a bunch of movies. Oh. I bet belugas can be really quick as well. Let me see. Top speed beluga. No, not Airbus beluga. Animal beluga. What the hell, Google? No, I meant the behavior. People think dolphins are friendly and stuff, and when in reality they're addicted to pufferfish toxins and joking it. Yeah, beluga are like the very, I wouldn't say docile, but they're more subdued. I guess that's the right word. Yeah. Maybe it's because they're from the narwhal family, right? More docile. Yeah. Oh, and they don't have a dorsal fin either. That was what I was looking for. That's also why they have such a different... Why can't people don't differentiate between that? I mean, on behavior, I guess, yeah. But it's because people have been seeing all the funny movies about Flipper and stuff like that. And then in, like aqua parks, right? Like the ocean zoos and such. People also used to seeing the shows with the dolphins. And the horrible situations that they have with killer whales. They should not be in an aquatic zoo or such. The place is way too tiny. It's kind of why, like, I already feel bad for my bird, right? Which I let free fly through my house. But I also always feel bad when I need to put him back into the cage. So yeah, how can people with a decent peace of mind put an orca or like a killer whale or such in like a tiny water pool? You wouldn't be happy in a 5x5 room either. Brother works on the boat, so he's seen his share of whales and stuff. Oh, sick. However, he was telling me once that there is an old guy up in Shetland way that worked on the boat. The guy genuinely believed selkies, seals who turn into women. Oh yeah, I love that myth. Were real, so he'd try and shoot seals if he saw them. No! 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 He would be the guy that would shoot dolphins because he would think they are sirens. No, man. Protect our nature. Oh god, people. The first coffee of the day. Need to buy new coffee. I'm out of beans soon. Luckily, I found a new company that roasts stuff here in my country. With like a lot of different types of coffee. So I'll probably order something from them. I'm nearly gonna start getting ready for bed. No! Time zones. Wait, how late is it for you then, bae? I haven't been as far as Shetland, but even Orkney felt like I was in a cult film. I mean, I agree with you. If you go very far into places where not hardly many people live, it is quite magical in different ways, yeah. 7:30? You mean like... Wait. You mean PM? Why are you going to bed already? How late? Wait, how early do you need to work? Or how much of a grandpa are you? Yes, PM. But Crackle, when I lived in Scotland, I lived like in a small... what is it called? Like a valley. Like a village in a valley that only had like 16 people living there. So it was very, very rural and magical as well. So yeah. It was really, really nice though. Oh, so serene. Great views. Oh. I have an exam tomorrow and the day after. Oh my god, good luck. How did your other exams go? Because I know you told me that you had an exam. Was it today or yesterday? Do you have a good feeling about it? Yeah, thank you for at least checking in on the stream as well before you go sleep. They went well today, let's go! Good job, good job! Did you go to Glasgow or Edinburgh or whatever? The university I wanted to go was Glasgow. But I did my papers for maths and physics. I did on like a private school close to where I was staying. It was oh god. Near Dundee. Yeah, near Dundee. That's probably the best way to say it. I don't know, I struggle with English. Oh no. No, you don't struggle with English at all. You're super understandable and the way you write is really good. I guess if you get like harder grammatical questions and such, it might be rough, yeah? I believe in you. Wait, so technically you're doing practice when you're hanging out in chat. I see. Smart. Oh, hold on, my rigging is spasming because I'm taking a sip of my coffee. Give me a moment. The grammar and the types of sentences really screw me over. I always had that issue in exams that I didn't necessarily understood the question and how it was asked. And then I started overthinking it. I think what helped me with English a lot, even though it's been ages, is that I would always how do you say that? I would compartmentalize? Do like an ABC for myself. So when you make a sentence and you have like a time in it, so like tomorrow I will blah blah blah, then will always be at the start or at the end of a sentence. And then I would do that for other things in English as well. And then I could just very easily build a bunch of different sentences depending on what was even asked of me. And then later when you're older, it doesn't matter because you're gonna butcher whatever you say and talk anyways. Let's see. I don't struggle with speaking English. It's my first language. Oh, I see. Okay. I'ma head to bed. I'ma head out. Okay, okay. Sleep well. I hope your exam go well tomorrow. Good luck, good luck, good luck. My first time at uni was at Glasgow University, but that was during COVID. Only went up once a week, but even then it felt like I was out of place because of the amount of big money folks to go at Glasgow. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I got invited to, what was the university in Glasgow? Let's see. Been a long time. Strathclyde. Yeah. Strathclyde University. I got invited there for... It was to work on orthopedics and prosthetics. That's always been the job that I wanted to do in my life, and sadly I can't do it. Because it's a very, very dedicated, specific education. Of course, because it's in the medical field. And it's a long, long education. And I do really well with self-studies, or studies that let me be free on how I can put when I do the homework or when I study for things or stuff like that. But I'm not good with going to school, spending time on school, and then actually having all the sensory overload and the people around me. That is the thing that absolutely drains the life out of me. I love learning. I love studying. I have such a fascination for so many things. But yeah, it was really rough for me. And especially, as you say, like the unis in Scotland are also very crowded. Yeah. The Glasgow uni accent is real. It's insane. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. 2 of my in real lives went to Strathclyde. If I go back to uni, I hope I can get in there. I think it's a really good uni. I don't know how it is nowadays, because for me it is... certainly more than a decade ago. I don't want to think about my age. But yeah, certainly more than a decade ago. And I hope they still have as good support as what they had. The downside of going to Strathclyde, if you do a very specific type of study, you sometimes need to walk fully through Glasgow from one way to the other side to go, because it's separated in buildings. Massive fucking hill. Yeah, exactly. It's rough. It's rough. Like, people that go to uni in Glasgow, they have some good leg condition, like calves and thighs. Man, they must be pro hikers. I don't necessarily like walking or running. I'm definitely not like that type of person. I'm a person, if I go sport, I go swim. I go swim or cycle. I mean, that surprises nobody, probably, because I'm Dutch. We pretty much grow up having a bicycle, so yeah. But yeah, I really don't like walking. Not my fan. I don't understand people that can just go running for like half an hour, or whatever. I already get tired looking at them. Nah, it's not for me. Though I can fully like go swimming for a solid like 2-3 hours, so maybe I'm just the crazy one. If you go back to uni, what would you go study, Gregor? I hated walking down Byres Road and I went to Glasgow. Oh, seeing the amount of money when I'm from Salt Coast never feels right. It's certainly a big dividend, but I don't necessarily think you should feel bad about that. Especially because Strathclyde and such, and Glasgow in general, they don't discriminate on their students from where you come from. If you're allowed in, you're allowed in. I think that's a really good thing that they do. You can see it as an opportunity to make connections, that's for sure. Because that's mostly what universities are, right? We make connections that can grow into like later, into work and such. Oh guys, I added the redeems. We talked about this yesterday, right? And I added more redeems, so check below. I would probably do some sort of engineering. Ah, nice. I know I'm best with my mathematics and logics, but something that's just a pure science like physics just ain't for me, clearly. Well, it's good to know like your strengths and play to your strengths. Engineering will always be like an available field as well. I don't think engineering would die out anytime soon. There's always very specific machinery and stuff like that. I really like engineering. It's also why I like the prosthetics and orthopedics so much. All the forces that come onto the prosthetics and how it helps to synergize together with the body muscles and such like that. Really fascinating. How you can use the motion of walking for like an automatic, like a leg orthopedics that would support when you swing your leg forward. It locks up, but then if it goes past a certain degree, when you lift your leg up again, it releases and you can swing your leg. It's really interesting. Oh yeah. So yeah, I added new redeems. We already had like lurking at work and daily check-in. Of course, we had posture check and hydrate. And then there it was kind of like we didn't have much more, right? And I didn't really know what to do with my redeems either, because I'm not fully dedicated to one game, even though we're like super into Hades right now. But then I was like, you know what? I can just add Hades redeems as well, and then if we move on to another game, or we stick with this game, we can just keep these redeems active for as long as we're gonna do. So we have the suggested game and a free sub, because I said that I would add those yesterday. And then next to that we have like chat picks, a bunch of shit, right? Because yesterday I was watching Boat play Hades, and he did like a run with chat picks everything, and that was so fun and hilarious that I was like, even if we have a smaller chat here, I hope the community will grow and we can just like give a bit of fun and silliness back into the stream. And that way I can include you guys also when I play games. And that's like outside of just chatting in the chat, right? You guys can also influence the gameplay. And I think that's really fun. Then it's like our stream. I do love Glasgow, best of Scotland. Edinburgh, probably pretty in general, but it feels so different from the rest of Scotland. I love the Highlands. I can't really... Like, I'm not a city person, so when I went hiking in the Highlands, and you gotta realize I come from a flat country, right? We have no hills here. Like, the highest hill is probably like 200 or not even, right? So when I was in Scotland and I went hiking, the views, man, they're so pretty. I was absolutely dying once I like tried to get up like a big hill or such the first time. I was like, oh god, what did I do to myself? Oh no. Oh, oh, where's the top? Oh, oh, oh. It was horrible. But once you finally like on the top and you take a breath and you look around, it's crazy. That stuff is unbeatable. Yeah, 10 out of 10 would suffer again. I've been up in the highlands but haven't been hiking. Oh, you should. Was always up there with my granddad and he was never in the condition to hike. Oh, that's a shame. I have a lot of pictures from hiking in the highlands and I still love looking at them. It's great. You should like you should hike. Like try it at least once. As I said, I'm not a walking person or such either, but I really did enjoy hiking. Just gotta find someone you know that you can drag with you. I was the person being dragged along this time. But I'm very grateful for that. Yeah. Oh man. It's getting so dark so early these days. It feels like it's already the middle of the evening for me. Even though the evening just started. If I look over my screen, I just see darkness. Because my window is that direction. I just can't see anything anymore. And I wake up late, or at least I stay in my bedroom quite a long time. That's probably the better way to say it. Because I wake up and then I read like a lot. I read either like publishing papers or manga or book or just like some general scrolling on the social medias. And then another 1-2 hours is gone again. But yeah, my room is like dark because I can only sleep in like utter darkness. Utter darkness. Add in the edgy effects right here. I was molded in the darkness. But yeah, I absolutely can't sleep if there's even a tiny freaking light going through my curtains. Oh my goodness. So yeah, when I then finally emerge from my bedroom, it's already almost dark outside. Or like today, I did like a few things around the house and spent time with the bunny. And then before I know it, it was already getting dark again. Crazy. We should really abolish the... what is it? Daylight savings? Messes me up big time. And it messes up a lot of elderly people as well, I noticed. Like you have a spike of elderly people falling over when daylight savings happens, or like the hour shifts, right? I think we should just stay at this hour, the hour that we are in winter, or like that's the winter hour, right? Not always being in the same time zone as UTC is so dumb. Yeah. I also find it annoying towards like, because I have so many international friends that I talk with online as well, right? Then I try to schedule things with them. And then I'm like, okay, how late is it for you? Okay, for me it's like +2. Oh, for you it's like what, +5? Okay. And then halfway along the year it's like, oh, how late was it for you again? It's like +1, and that's now it's +4. It's like, bro, can we just not? Can we just keep one time zone? Why can't some people along in the world figure this stuff out? And we have the European Commission arguing about it for over a decade already. Come on, make up your mind. Or like, pick two. The left side will take the summertime, and then the right side on the globe will take like the wintertime. Or the other way around. I don't care. Just make up your mind. I don't necessarily care if it would become earlier dark or stay longer light. I don't think you should adjust for them. When COVID hit, I got stuck in Sweden because I was visiting a close friend of mine, and then I wasn't allowed to go back to the Netherlands anymore. And I spent stuck in, well, it wasn't really stuck because I was with a friend, right? So and his family, so it wasn't like an annoying thing to be stuck. But yeah, I wasn't allowed back to my own country for like more than half a year. So I was there for more than half a year. And when Sweden has like winter or summer, either way, so in summer where I was staying, we only had like 3 hours where it was like actual dark in the summer, and in the winter it was pretty much always darkness and only a few hours where it was lighter. And sure, it becomes slightly depressing, I guess, but if you're like used to it, if you just know it is that way, then people can also anticipate on it, I feel. So it's just like, this is where we live, this is how the globe is turning, right? Can't really do much about it. And here in the Netherlands, we make a fuss about it if it becomes darker like 2 or 3 hours earlier or something. Like, sure, I would like to look out my window and see the light of day as well, but at the same time, I hardly see daytime anyways because I wake up that late, or I'm like awake at night, and then sleep in the early morning to the afternoon, right? So Guy Fawkes night, it's like Warzone outside my house. No man, oh no, oh no. In my place, they've been like shooting fireworks, but it's all like illegal fireworks because you're not allowed to sell fireworks outside of New Year's here in the Netherlands, or like a week before New Year's or something. It is like that. So all the fireworks that are being shot off now is illegal, and my goodness, whenever it goes off, my window is like shaking. That stuff isn't normal anymore. You can blow up doors with that. Like what? How do you mean? How do you mean people have that in their possession? That's dangerous stuff. If I remember how stupid I was as a kid with fireworks back in the day, because I wanted to have all the cute sprinkly, like, I had those little ones where if you would lit them up, they would spin in a circle and become like green or orange or red or something. And then sometimes I would like put them all in like a pile. Never do this, by the way. Like, never do this. If you're listening right now, don't mess around with fireworks. Don't ever do that. Stuff is dangerous. Technically, they are just explosives, so don't mess around with them. But I would put them like in a pile, and then I would try to light them all in one go, right? So I had like a whole pile of all colorful colors going at the same time. But yeah, it's like back in the day, I didn't realize what the frick I was doing. Now if I look back on it, I'm like, oh dear lords, it's amazing we didn't lose anything. We have a lot of firework shows in big cities, and I think you should just do that. And then people can come together to look at that as well. Yeah, there's fireworks randomly all year near me. Towards the... Definitely in the later months here. Now it's picking up more and more. And I also just worry about my pets, right? Because my bunny... he sometimes gets really scared and jumpy, and then I need to go calm him down. My bird is pretty alright with it nowadays, but in the first few years he was really jumpy as well. And he would fly everywhere in his cage and would actually hurt himself. So yeah. Because if Celtic or Rangers win a title, there's always fireworks and they always win, because as far as I know, the other teams don't win. I saw a picture, I don't know when it was, I think it was last week. It was in a big stadium, and on the board it said fireworks not allowed in the stadium, or like not allowed to light fireworks in the stadium, or something like that. And behind the same board that you saw hanging overhead, the tribunal behind there was like red due to all the flares and everything that they were lighting up. I was like, yeah, it's working really well, I see. I think it's a bit innate, that primal feeling of lighting something afire, right? It's something human almost. Not knowing football stuff is like a fast-track debuff to poorer conversations with the randoms in Scotland, but that's Europe in general. I always loved to go drinking in a pub, but I would never, like, I would never be up to date on football or anything, so I would just be the person like sipping my beer and being like, interesting conversation. I'm just there for the drinks. I'm not really into football either, or soccer, if you wanna use the American way of saying it. I always make the stupid joke, and a friend of mine would get annoyed at me when I said this, when they start talking about football, because they're a football fan, right? And I'm like, I just don't get it. You finally get the ball and then you kick it away again. Yeah, I'm that friend. Honestly, football has so many like rules these days. I can't like already around the goal, or like the few meters towards the goal, they have so many different rules in how far someone may be in general, in comparison to where the other teammates are, or something like that, to not have it be like a wrongful shot on the goal, right? And I'm like, Jesus, how do you want to keep up? I guess if you're like truly invested in it, right? And then every year you have like different teams or players are being bought out into another team again, and I'm like, it's kind of like Formula One. My parents are very much into Formula One. Max Verstappen, yeah, and so yeah, they really like watching that, and they really love MotoGP as well. Both my parents ride motorcycles, so they're really into that, and they go to the races in my country and stuff like that. But I never was particularly interested in. But every weekend, I swear to God, every weekend there would be like races or practice or both. We would never go to things, no, because we're sitting behind the television watching sports. I'm only a massive fan of watching the Olympics. And then mainly like volleyball or something, or my own previous sport. I don't know, football here is deeply rooted in the Catholic faith Protestant sector. Oh, yeah, that's true. So if you aren't in the city, then like 70% of pubs will be the one of those alliances. Yeah. I noticed that as well when I went to pubs in Scotland. It's certainly a very, how do you say that? You're either with them or not with them type of way. Almost like a cultural, cultural thing for them. I think it's also definitely bigger in the UK, right? Or in Scotland in general. Because here in the Netherlands, I might have like quite a few friends that are also into football, but they're never like... It doesn't seem like we have such fanaticism as other countries, I feel. But I could be possibly wrong, right? Because I'm not into following the sport myself, so maybe I'm just like on the sidelines too much. I don't believe in that bullshit, but I won't lie, I always feel more uncomfortable in one side's pub just because of how I was raised. I can understand that. Yeah. We have a certain perception of how our society is due to how we are raised. I think that's only fairly normal. And then we will not adjust that perception until we're like multiple times proven otherwise, right? And even then, maybe not. So yeah, no, I think that's pretty normal. It's when I say to people a placebo effect is also an effect. It doesn't necessarily need to have a reason for you to either feel that way or not. You're just feeling that.